All right. Well, I'm Lawrence Watkins. As I think about my family, I think about the family that I grew up with, and then also the family that I started about 10 years ago. So, with the family that I grew up with, I had two parents, grew up in a two-parent household. My father's name was Larry, or is Larry, and he was a high-ranking police official in Louisville, Kentucky. And my mom's name was Robin, who passed away last year. They had three wonderful children. I am the youngest. I am the baby. I have an older sister named Latanja, who is about 7 years older than me, who is now a pathologist in Indianapolis, Indiana. And then I also have a brother who is also my business partner. His name's Dr. Boyce Watkins, and he is about 12 years older than me as well. Now, as we fast forward over the last 10 years, I started a family of my own. I have a wife, a beautiful wife that I met in the early 2000s. Her name is Carla. And we have two beautiful children, a daughter named Amina, who is 7, and a son named August, who is 4 years old. We also have two cats, Zeus and Pistol, who were rescue cats that we decided to adopt earlier this year. I think it's living up to your optimal self in all facets of your life. Now, that is the aspiration, that is the goal. It's very hard to do all of the time to be, in tip-top shape, plus have tip-top finances and a career that you love while having zero conflict with those that that you care about the most, right? So I understand that, but I think it's definitely an aspiration. I am an engineer by background and training. Even though I never practiced as an engineer, I still have that systems way of thinking about challenges and problems. And I think the system that I think about with this is something simple that we all are familiar with on some level or another, and that is the budget. So thinking about one's budget, but I'm not just talking about like a money budget, but thinking about a time budget and just a resource budget in general. And when we're talking about investing in the next generation in this particular instance, it's really all about channeling resources from where they currently are to that next generation so that they also flourish as well. So we just need to budget more time, more energy, more resources in our kids to really make sure that they thrive. More community, more networks, more connections, because it is a massive change going on right now. I am a product of DEI in many ways. I did a lot of the different programs when I was in high school and college that accelerated kids of potential to provide them with opportunity that they ultimately wouldn't have had otherwise. And I think that is going away right now. And that doesn't mean we're not going to have opportunity. That just means we're going to need to create more of it for ourselves instead of relying on traditional institutional structures to create those opportunities. So the way that you do that, though, from a family by family perspective, is really to just invest in the right things in terms of knowledge transfer, wealth transfer, network transfer, time transfer from this current generation that is running the world right now to the future generations that will ultimately inherit whatever we leave behind. So recently, I hosted my first Black Family Conference, and what how that came about is I had this Black Family Master Plan that I created 4 years ago, but I really never did anything with it outside of my family and a few social media posts. But you know, something in me said this is the year that I'm gonna have to do something with this, and I don't want to go into 2026 without activating this this powerful framework for the broader community. And in 5 weeks, I put a post out in early September, and then by mid-October, we had a conference that had over 3,600 people attend. Excuse me, register virtually, about 3,000 people to attend over a 2-day time frame. And from that, I've been thinking about what's next. And I think the next thing for us would be is some type of tech-enabled service that helps Black families to actually thrive in the four facets that I mentioned before: earn, protect, sustain, connect. What it looks like when Black families don't flourish. Home ownership rates or wealth rates or this and that, right? Like we hear it all the time in terms of Black communities, Black families aren't thriving. So I think we'll be thriving when we move from the bottom decile to the top decile of those types of metrics, right? Now I don't know if that's going to take one generation, two generation, or three or more, right? But I definitely think it's achievable, and that is doable, with the right commitment, over an extended period of time.